we go on YouTube. The puppet. I know some of the viewers are like, you'll jump in, you'll view it, and you'll do this again and leave. But if you're interested, it's almost done. It's at a 1.8. At 2.0, I'm going to say, yeah, it's done. Just do bug fixes. But as you can see here, it's fixes and adjustments. Any issues, let me know. It's got the rain, it's got the mic, it's compatible with the dial. Just to heads is up, we're going to here. Actually, that's the dial right there. It works off the little positioning every hour. The big ball moves, and it's kind of sort of aligned with where the sun would be at the time of day. You turn the sun off, visibility, or it's set up so you just place and go. But as you can see, the puppet's sheltered by the ground, but if I walk towards the edge, the puppet then sees the sun and goes, oh yeah, sunny. Walk away, and it's not. It's working at a decent state, but I've added here compatibility with it. So you can now place this puppet in, flick a switch, and it'll go. If we're going to play, there's the puppet by default. It's got eyebrows. I've tidied the hair up a little bit. Touchpad is your main one. The light is no longer the whole underwear, it's literally just the labeling on the underwear. Triangle still toggles between that and that. Again, photo is just a pose now. Skybox is not involved. The skybox, or the sun, the inbuilt skybox thingy, is set up in a way where you can hit a button if you're using the dial to turn off. It'll still show the light, but it won't show the shadow, and it won't display the sun. As it goes here, this is place where the sun is directly above. There's the sun. If you go into the controls, into the chips, I'll show you in a second, you can actually flick a switch that will hide the sun, the visible sun, and hide the shadows. The light will still be bounced around because it does the whole L2 while that is open will trigger, will cycle through possible rain. When you get the rain, the skybox dulls. I want that to still be visible slightly if you're using the sundial. HP shows HP. Light does that. Triangle does that. I've adjusted it so if you the square's a little bit lower, it's now got the L2 toggles rain chance. You can still just delete the little garbage bin thing and it will get rid of that toggling thing, but it's drop and play. Turning off the sky, disable the rain. The waiting pose, they're all on by default now. When I first made it, they're off by default, they're on by default. Tan is on by default. The tan is lengthened, it takes longer to tan, and it's quicker to lose the tan. It takes around about half an hour real time to get one stage of tan, and it takes about 15 minutes real time to lose one stage of tan. That's all adjustable. You can go in there and adjust it. I'll show you where to go in a minute. The bottom right hand corner, square, dark, shadowed, circle, brighter, in sunlight. That also includes if it's raining. If I toggle to the rain, as you can see, it's still lit like I'm out in the sunlight. But when you're in here and here in the rain, you will not tan. You shouldn't tan. You should then automatically lose your tan over time. 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds, lose a bit of tan. Was I saying 15 minutes before? It's 15 seconds for the loss of tan, 30 seconds for the gain of tan. Going into the what I call the right hand menus, or R3. The colors of the clothing, I've tweaked color 5. It's no longer a situation of where it's black, and then when you get where it's colored, it's now colored and it will always be colored. Again, any issues, let me know. The fringes, I just gave them more of a usable selection. So you got your just messy bangs, parted, fluffy, and then your in brackets emo. Same with the backs, they got standard bob, ponytail, pigtails, emo, so it's half braided, and then bald. So if you're on that, the right hand menu when that's open, L3 cycles the color. It also randomizes the eye color. You can choose, it cycles through a predetermined lot of colors, so it should be that brownish color, then blonde, then blue, then purple, then pink, and then back to the brown color. But the eyes will cycle between a blue, a green, a brownish color, and then like a really pale blue. It's that one, the eye color is a random thing. As you can see, the tan on the puppet's starting to kick in. Now, the clothing, my battery's running low. It's still got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But when you're on 5, you'll see there's the brows go down. Let's go in the shade. Let's untan her a bit. Now, the brow going down indicates something that's coming, or that is already in there, but it's not easily accessible. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be the predetermined top, skirt, pants, like cycling through them. The back, front, color, and style, that's all pretty much locked in. That shouldn't change any further, except for style 1 will be getting its name changed to probably something along the lines of outfit or something like that. And it's going to be style 1, number 1 is going to be one setup. Then it could be on a top with a skirt, then it could be pants, so on and so forth. I'll explain the brow thing in a second, but let's jump in and I'll show you the adjustments in here. This switch here, if you turn that on, this is the brow thing. When you go there, as you can see, it takes it all off. There's no detailing, it's all just, I've just painted it a color so it looks like, oh, there's supposed to be something there. Again, if you're going to use her, be respectful, you know, sort of stuff. Don't do anything toward with her. Let's rewind it. If you go into the rain, that's the rain thingy. Toggling that makes it so you don't see that. So when you're in the play mode, oh, I've got rain straight off the bat. You see the droplets, you see the rain falling, all that sort of stuff happens. But when you're out, you don't see the guides. That's staying as it is. I'm happy with that. All this other stuff in here, that's how random it is to get the chance of getting rain. That's the signal it puts out to the ground pieces so they know to show rain. You can delete that for the left trigger to randomize. There's the sounds of when you're out in the rain or in shelter. Out in the rain or in shelter. This not gate is if you want to wire something up so that if it's not raining, you can have it do something. If you wanted to do it while it is raining, you just wire it into there. So I just thought I'd leave the not gate there just in case you want to use it. If we go into here, this is the right hand control, right hand menu. There's the outfit colors. There's the hair color, eye color, and this is your style. So shorts, as you can see, shorts is lit, meaning shorts is on, no bra, no knickers, and there's the angry brow. That's sort of staying as it is. This one here That's the main menus. So you've got things like tan off, pose off, um, light up the label on the underwear, and what's the other one? Show HP. This one down here is the one that if it's one way, it ejects the imp. If it's the other way, it does the photo mode. If you want to add your own pose, just change that. There's the text. That hasn't changed. That is describing what it's happening, and that there is the thing at the top. So if you want them to say something different, just change them. So that's the rain. That's the function. So anything that isn't involving the weather, the puppets, stuff like that, it's in there. So if we jump in there, let's get it out of the way. Auto jump. My thing, don't touch it. It disables it. There's your waiting pose. When you turn off through the menus, the waiting pose turns that off. There's your hands. They make it so it fists up when it moves. There's your waiting pose. As you can see, it's actually a actual animation now. So instead of just being a pose, it's actually an animation. There's the plain normal pose. So when you do the photo mode, it all just activates that. When you exit the puppet and it waits, it'll do that, and it'll play that. It's that keyframe, and then that keyframe, and it's an ever so slight movement. That's all it is. Energy, again. Let's move it aside. There's your timer. There's your counter. There's another timer. That one there will be when you're burning energy. I should relabel it to burn, and that one will be when you're relaxed. So that's your regeneration of energy. It's using the counter. When the counter is full, you get puffed. Run, sneak, and kneel poses are there. That one there is to turn off follow. So when you're sneaking or when you're kneeling, the follow is automatically turned off. That is so that if you want to make a like a sneak past the security guards, you should better just place down a standard puppet. Give us a second. Yeah, you should better just place down the puppet, and when you're into sneak mode, the other puppets should not, I've got to follow that, and will not come to you. That there is how wet it's actually going into all of those, so it's how wet stuff is. So as you get more puffed, you get more wet. When you're in the rain, you get wet. And up here is the tan. There. So that's how much tan you've got. There's the switch. If you're using the skybox, hit that. It'll turn off. It'll turn off the looking straight up for shelter. It'll change it to look at the sundial. So hopefully this is enough to show you what's happening with the puppet. I'm going to call it here, guys. Any issues, let me know. Stay safe. I'll catch you next time.